And that is this whole room. I've got one more section that I was able to have when I moved into this house that I didn't have before. And this room came with a closet, and the closet actually has a window. So I love it because it lets in lots of light. So what I've done in here is I've hung my rack that I keep all of my cardstock on, and with this window in here, it gives me a lot of light, so I'm able to really see the colors whenever I need to pick something out for whatever project I'm working on. So it really really is convenient. It's also bright and cheery in here, so when I come in here, I rarely have to turn the light on, and I can you know, see the colors of my supplies and not have to worry about, you know, rushing out and holding it under the fluorescent light out of my mixed media area so I can, you know, figure out if this is the color I need. So in here, I showed you my cardstock, and I have a supply cabinet in here. On the top, I've just got some office supplies in here. You know, CDs and envelopes and pencils and tape and stuff like that. And then inside the cabinet, I have some more supplies. I have additional glue and some, you know, mixed media supplies, and coffee filters, old coffee filters, and cling wrap and wax paper and some paper plates in there. Down here I have miscellaneous stuff that I don't use it often. Some streamer and some yarn, some glass bottles for mixing paint and storing things, you know, paper to, you know, old paper just to use for catching paint, some wood supplies, more empty containers, some additional paper towels. These are the wires for my bind it all. This stuff here is for my flower arranging, some books and some styrofoam. Down here I have all of the originals of my photos that I have all scanned. I've scanned all of my photos, so I have all of my photos backed up. But these are the originals that were taken years ago before digital cameras. So most of them are kind of old. Over here I have mostly just ephemera from trips and you know, newspaper clippings and stuff like that that eventually I'm going to do something with. That's that. Over here I have this was an old mattress cover container, plastic container, and I've collected some chipboard from cereal boxes and stuff to use, and that's where I keep it in there. This container here has scrapbook page refills and little cellophane bags and stuff that I use for putting things in. These are all my old picture frames that hopefully I might do something with those someday. In this container here I have all of my cellophane, little cellophane bags that I use, and some chipboard that I have stored in here. Those are some large cellophane bags. Those cellophane bags come in really handy because if I make my own embellishments, that gives me a place to put them and store them. And here I have some old dollar store paper that I bought. It's not all dollar store. Some of it is older paper lines and holiday type paper pads and stuff. Just like here's Christmas, summertime, Christmas again, more seasonal type paper. And those are my tripods, and that's my computer software and my cameras, my camera bags. There, that's my laminator, and that's my old little Cricut. And then here on the shelf, I've got, you know, pearls and some pearl thread. Got all of my bling, my eyelets, and all my brads sorted by color. And in these little jars that used to be a spice rack. Got some vintage buttons in here, some wooden buttons, and then I have all of my colors separated there. And over here is my small collection of washi tape that I am slowly building up. And then some embroidery thread and some more sequins. And here are different colors. And as you can see on these that are supposed to be for hanging clothes, I have organized all of my ribbon. Really easy for picking out the ribbon. And I can either unwind it right from this little tab, or I can just undo the ring and take it with me. In here I have just some trim, some ribbon and trim, miscellaneous trim, raffia, cording, stuff like that, Velcro, string, metallic string, some twine, baker's twine, that kind of stuff. That's what I have in there. Another stack of small, little tiny baby-sized ribbon, silk ribbon. This is all scraps in here. Scrap ribbon, scrap paper, or excuse me, scrap material, and scrap fibers. Up here I have some fibers in this basket, rolls. And here I have lace trim, my lace trims. And over here I have different colored tissue papers. Got them all organized by color and folded. Got some burlap back there and miscellaneous. This is all the material I own right here. And I only use it for scrapbooking. I'm not really a sewer, and that's probably one of the reasons why I don't have a lot. So in here I've got like some netting and some tulle and just some old little just pieces that I pick up on sale at like Joann's and stuff like that to use in my projects. Up top you'll see just a bunch of bags. I got my computer bag up there. I got a scrapbooking bag that, you know, you fill and take to crops with you, and then just miscellaneous shopping bags, and that Bath and Body Works bags is a bunch of empty containers. All of this right here is all empty containers for storage. Those are some idea books that I have printed out up there, and inside that white binder are all of my Elements magazines that I get from a subscription. In that green binder or bin there are my projects that I have, kits, and also books that I've made that I have for sale. And these are just mostly photo albums and a couple of scrapbooks that I bought that I'm going to use to make scrapbooks for somebody. And down here in this bin here I have my molds that I've made of little objects and things that I want to make clay sculptures out. I bought this little face and a cameo that I bought somewhere that I picked up, and So I've made molds out of them so I could make clay pieces for my projects. And here is some more of my clay pieces that I've made from my Martha Stewart molds, and then some other jewelry and stuff that I've bought that I want to make molds out of to be able to use it again. And here I've got my wiring kit. I forget what that's called. Wire writer or something maybe. And then this is my Inka Dinka Doo stamping gear. These are all the stamps that go with it, and then those are my gears. And down here in this big basket on the floor are projects that I need to complete or do something with. And these are my scrapbooks, etc. That's no longer being published. These are all of my magazines that I've got over the years from my subscriptions. There's my scale and my old jukebox, which I don't need anymore since I have the Explorer. And those are all my cartridges for my Cricut. That is my Cricut Expression that's in my Explorer box. I am not real sure yet what I'm going to do with it, so I'm storing it there for now. And then on top of this stool is just a box. This cardboard box here has a ceramic crab in it, and it was my grandmother's. It's been fired, but it just needs to be painted. So I thought maybe I might do a mixed media project with that, and maybe I might film it. We'll see. Those two bins on the floor over there under my cutters are full of photos for the top one, and then the one on the bottom is full of like file folders and other supplies. And that's another one of my paper trimmers here, my guillotine and my Fiskars, which I use every once in a while. These are just empty wooden boxes that I'm probably going to use for a project. And this is some of my material that I've stiffened, and I'm just storing it here. I'm going to use it to make flowers. And then over here on this little shelf below the window, I have a bag full of silk flowers, a basket that's got silk flowers in it, a t-shirt that I bought that I haven't wore yet that says "Don't make me crop you." Eventually one day I'm going to wear it. And then here I have my bins that I'm holding my flower projects. These are the flowers that I made out of material that material I just showed you that I stiffened. See if I can get some light. You can see this. So I made that. I'm not through with this project, but I needed a place to store it while I made my flowers. And here's the cutouts. I used the Sizzix die to cut it out, and then I've, you know, painted, done some painting and inking. So I'm not done with that project yet. And then in here are all of my paper flowers that I've made, and I still got plenty of cutouts to continue making some of my flowers. So I just want to have them made so I can use them on my projects. And it looks a lot pinker on the video than it actually is, but so anyways, I'm not done there. As you can see, I have plenty more to go. And that's pretty much it. That's my scrap room. And I'm excited. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching. This is one of my scrap partners right here. She's a little too big for that bed, but she doesn't know it. And then this is my other scrap partner, Mandy. Say hi. She's like, why are you bothering me, Mommy? Okay.